Yo, what's up, guys? Who's warm and who's frozen? Welcome to the Underground Reptile Studio. I got lots to show you guys today. It's special because usually we're not doing a day live, and usually it's not midweek. So we know everybody out there is frozen, and we're like, yo, come chill with us. Let's do it live. We're going to talk today just about a bunch of different reptiles that we have. I have a Suriname shipment on its way back as we speak. So we're going to have new animals that are going up to the website or in the app while we're doing this live. We have tiger legs coming, super tiger legs, emerald tree boas. We got some cool colubrids from Suriname. If you follow any Suriname colubrids, maybe the Oxybella species, the giant vines, the Dowden vines. So we got a lot of exciting things that are going to be coming into the studio and onto our app while we're live. If you guys are shopping on the app, you can see all the animals that we have down below. You can share the app. You can like the app. You can give me some hearts. Give me some comments down there to let me know where you guys are watching from, what the temperature is, where you're at. But I will tell you this, in sunny South Florida, the hottest place in America, usually, maybe not the hottest, but rather the warmest, we are in the 50s here, and we're about to go into the 30s for like 3 or 4 straight days, which is unheard of. We started thinking, everybody in the studio's talking, hey, can we turn our hose on and it starts snowing? That's how Floridians think. We just think, oh, if it's going to be 31 degrees, my hose is going to make snow. It's not going to happen, but I'm glad you guys are here joining us. We are Underground Reptiles. Drew is behind 15 keyboards over there going crazy.
What's going on?
And I'm going to go through a bunch of different animals with you guys today. What's cool is I have some adult animals and a baby version of that as well. Sierra HC says you're excited to get your scaleless on Friday. We do have, I brought a couple scaleless in-house to show you guys today, which is awesome. Man, it's cooking in here. All this talk about cold weather, man, I'm already sweating in the underground studio. So, oh, dude, Minnesota, wow. What a place to be right now. That's insane. Especially because wind chill is -14. If you're in the negatives, you don't even need to add the wind chill. Like, just saying, hey, it's -9 is, I mean, that's like, dude, you're like 100-degree swing from where I'm at right now, most of the time. So that's insane. But hey, you guys want to warm up? You can use our code. It's called Stay Warm to get 10% off anything that we're showing today. In addition to that code, we have a lot of sales that we're doing as well. One of our most popular animals, a bearded dragon. I got a lot of different morphs that we'll show you guys today. And we're doing everything across the board for $39.99. And we have, I got baby pied ball pythons at $199. I think I have 2 or 3 of those left. I think I have our Sambawas at $299. I'll show you some of those today. Dude, what? -54? That can't be. Cloquet, Minnesota? We had -54 below the... What is... Bro, are you iglooing? Are you a skimo?
Brain does not comprehend.
Skimo. How is it? Is it possible to exist outside in public? Like, not in the house at -54? Deshaun, do you know if you can live in -54 degrees?
No.
No, you don't know, or no, you can't?
No, you can't.
He says you can. That's a true Floridian answer right there. -54? Nope. Nothing lives there. Heard of polar bears? They can't exist.
Yeah, I don't know if we could live in 54.
All right, let's see what... Oh, it's a tokay gecko. They just dropped some animals over here. I'm going to see what they're at real quick. Powder blue. All right, let's see if these guys fire up. Let's go macro real quick, though. And, whoa! I got this black reflector. That'll work good for our centipedes, but let me show you guys. It's always cool to see an adult animal paired with a baby. This is a baby Tannenbar right here, which we usually don't get. They are a lot stockier, kind of like the sausage of blue-tongued skinks. Let's go with the morning sausage. Or actually, I ate a Brazilian sausage yesterday with some picanha, and it was a little chub. It was only like 2-3 inches. I feel like the length was, it was almost a square. Looked like a little potato. But Tannenbars are cool. Little sausage-looking blue-tongued skink. They don't get as big. And man, do they have some golden brown, real nice patterns to them. Kind of get some oranges, which is awesome. And then this is your adult Maruki blue-tongued skink. That's a Maruki locale. And this is a Maruki baby right here. So you can see that they have much darker bands to them. A little bit of red inside the bands, but it fades out to this beautiful, like kind of rustic looking pattern here. So here's your baby Maruki on top of your adult Maruki on top of your Tannenbar right here. 3 different animals, all available, 10% off today. If you want to pick up a blue-tongued skink, one of the coolest things about blue tongues is they don't eat, or you don't have to offer them any live food, which is great. And when I was a young buck, this is one of the species that our father Rye was producing in the backyard. They did really good, and we would get babies once a year in August. And we didn't have any Tannenbars. We had Indonesians, which come out this small, but we had a lot of Marukis and Northerns, and they would come out this size. And to go into the cage, guys, and just think about waiting all year long to find babies. And in the one cage, you know, we would have trios or maybe a 1.3. So to find babies in August and maybe late July was like gold. You're looking every day, waiting all year for the one clutch that's going to come in that cage, maybe 2, because not every female would produce every year. But when you're finding, you know, you open up a cage and it's got a dozen of these babies in there, man, it is insane. It's so cool to find. They come out ready to eat. They come out with their tongues flicking. They have that blue tongue that they kind of roll back and forth when they're mad. And then, of course, you pick them up and they just calm down, just like this. Blue-tongued skinks are great pets, and they don't have to eat any live food if you don't want to give them that. So they're great for pets. They're great for classrooms. They're great for a starter. Or if you're like, hey, man, I don't want to do a bearded drag. Oh, man. Ah! Guys, we got a centipede out. What? Look at this dude. Look, I just got him. He crawled out of the deli. Woo! All right. Good thing I had the tongs over here. You guys ready to get wild? Let's get wild. Okay, blue-tongued skink going down. I got to get him on the mirror. Woo! There we go. Okay. Woo! Woo! Okay. I got him on the glass. Why did I put him on the glass? I got him on the glass because he's got no traction. So he can stay on the glass, and I can maneuver him a lot better than if he was grabbing onto anything else. Oh my gosh! You guys like that action, right? All right, let's go macro. Woo! Ah. Okay. Whoa! That was crazy. I looked over, and there was a container that fell, and I'm like, why is that thing falling? Here it was. This giant Mount Slamet centipede that is crawling out, just waiting to eat my entire foot. Oh my gosh. Look at this thing. Let's see if I can, let me go main again. And if you're holding a centipede and they don't have traction, then if you're holding them on something and they don't have traction, then you can really control them. So I can keep tilting this backwards and he's just going to keep moving. But I wouldn't recommend it because easily get bit, no problem. if you're not doing it right. But eventually, oh, dude, there you go. See, he grabbed the lip. Yep, he's down. Come on back, buddy. Most centipedes will tire out pretty quick. But if they don't, then you're just chasing a dude with, 50 legs. So, hey, let's show you guys a centipede. This is a Mount Slamet. This is similar to your Mount Merapi centipede that is going to get giant. Okay, Mount Merapi giant black centipede. Except this was found by the Mount Slamet volcano in Indonesia. So these guys, they still get huge. They're nice and black, and they have a very, very attractive whiskers. And it's almost like a flame leg. If I go macro one more time, like that, transition, hit the macro button while you're holding the centipede and tongs in another hand. They kind of look like a flame leg because they got those yellow tips and it starts black, just like their body. But this guy right here is 9 inches long. So they will easily get bigger than this. There we go, back main. They'll easily get bigger than this. You can feed these things sausages. You could feed them hippopotamus. You could probably give them some wiener dogs. These guys, it's a monster. Huge. This is the 9-incher, easily get 10. We have some that are, we have some that are a little smaller. There you go, buddy. He's calming down a little bit. Look how he flares up, though. As soon as he feels something touch him, he flares his backside up along with his whiskers up here. Isn't that crazy? All right. Well, we didn't get bit by the centipede today. Sorry, guys. Bad news. But if you want to pick one of these up, I think we only have 4 of these in stock. And you can use the code STAYWARM10. Boom, there he is. I don't know why that guy got out. I got to put some on top of him so he didn't get out again.
Okay.
That was ridiculous. Here we go. Bluetooth speaker or power converter, something like that. There you go, buddy. Yo, did we get some hand clapping for our acrobatic catch there? Did anybody see that? No? No one saw that? Okay. All right, I need a drink after that one. Kombucha. All right. Still frozen in Ohio? Okay, Drew gave me a shout out for handling the centipede. Way to go, bro. Someone appreciates it. All right, let's go frogs. How about that? Oh, here, I want to show these real quick. This is, okay, let's say inverts real quick. Because everybody knows the giant whitebeards, but it's only good if you take them out. There we go. Come on, buddy. Crawl around, crawl around. Yes. Yes. This is what you want to see. Look at them legs moving right there. So the giant whitebeard will get just as big as that Mount Slamet. Let's see if I can get a close-up of his whiskers. Look at that thing.
Austin, switch over to the macro.
Isn't it macro? No? Oh, sorry. I'm looking at this screen, that's why. My bad. Yeah, look how cherry that is, man. These guys would get just as big as the Mount Slamets. Oh, man, he's pulling his fangs out. Look at this. Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys this giant whitebeard. That way I can move it over to these red spine millipedes. These things are ridiculous. This is the first time we've ever gotten them. Beautiful red legs. Red dorsal stripe going all the way down. I think I have 4 of these left. We only got a few in. We got 3.
Yep.
I have 3 of these left in stock. I've never got them before. We spent years trying to get these guys in. We are working on the avatars, which would be amazing. Hopefully next month we'll be able to get them in. But look how awesome that is with the red going all the way down the spine. They got cherry red legs, which is awesome. Just a really cool species that you don't see here in the U.S. I don't think anybody has them other than the people that purchase them from us. You can find them over in Europe, but it's not a common species here in the U.S. at all. Again, I think I only got 10 of these in stock. I got 3 left, and just really cool to add to your collection. They're mind-blowing to look at in person. All the red that you're seeing here on the macro is exactly what they look like, if not better, in person. Really, really nice species right there. I guess I haven't checked to see if they're males or females, but I might be able to set you guys up with a pair or two. All right, inverts, done with some of those. Let's get over to a chameleon. I'll go macro again, and this is a greenhorn chameleon. Can anybody tell me where or what country this is from? This is a green-eared chameleon. Where do green-eared chameleons come from? Oh, yeah. You can't have those in Florida, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, Florida's a bummer for the millipede action. Yeah, I can't ship them because they're illegal. FDAX, they don't want none of it. Even though they release a lot of illegal stuff here in our state, they don't want me to. This is a green-eared chameleon. Okay, I'll give you the answer. This is from Madagascar. So they have kind of a horn to their head, and then the tips of the ears, kind of like a flap neck, you can see are green right there. Very attractive. They kind of have that bark-looking side to them. That's kind of like a bark and rock looking, very granular. But the coolest part to them is they got those ears that come out the back. So flap necks come from Africa, which have that style to them. Green ears come from Madagascar, except they have longer flaps than the actual flap neck. So I think I have one of these in stock. Real cool chameleon. And again, I think it's my last one. But really, really pretty. Most people don't see them because they come from Madagascar. And even though we bring in a lot of Madagascar, these guys are not given a lot of quota. And they're harder to find in the country over there. So that's a special animal right there. Okay, let's bust out one of these giant tomato frogs under the macro. What's Christy asking about? She said, never mind, this last one showed up finally.
She was talking about her posts.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, guys, this is tomato frog, boy. We grow tomatoes here in South Florida, and this looks like a tomato. This looks like how a tomato frog should look. This is a subadult, maybe cusping the edge of adult. We can't gender them yet, but if you look at their legs, they got that fire red to them, and then they got these nice black stripes along the edge. Real food aggressive frog. These guys are never going to miss a meal. I've never had a tomato frog where I didn't want to eat, got skinny, didn't make it. These guys are hardy, they're solid, they're attractive. They're not crazy jumpers, so you can actually get hands-on with them, kind of like a Pac-Man frog. This is a really, really cool frog to do, especially if you want something out of the Pac-Man realm that's going to be hands-on, hardy. You don't have to worry about it eating. That's a good pickup right there. If you do appreciate some of the Pac-Man frogs, then you can go mutant Pac-Man frog, which this is a Caribbean right here. Look at the blues and greens. This dude painted by God and maybe a hint of Bob Ross. This guy right here we named him a Caribbean. We have the ad up. We consistently get ones that look like this. We named him Caribbean because that blue that kind of fades into the green reminds us of that water that you might see in the islands. You're probably dreaming of those islands right now, especially if you're in Minnesota like our boy here. at negative 54 degrees. Dude is just looking at statues outside. I don't know if people, I mean, does anyone go outside at negative 54? Because you figure Alaska's got to be somewhere around that, right? All year round. Does Alaska have a summer?
Oh, I think it has to do with how much sun they get. And they have long days and long nights. But it does thaw out there.
I mean, just think about it though. Like negative 54 in my mind, people are dying on the streets. And you're walking to school like, oh, we lost Joey today. He's just a statue, pillar of salt right there. Poor Joey. Negative 54 got him. He didn't have 3 layers on. He only had 2. This guy right here, another Caribbean, except he's got even more blue. That is a fantastic expression of the Caribbean. Look how much blue he has.
If you guys want to stay warm, I just posted a link to the UGR hoodie, the zipper hoodie, if you guys want to stay warm.
Can I get me a hoodie? You know who needs a hoodie? Joey. We lost Joey because he got too cold. Joey should have got a hoodie. This is the metallic blue. Calm down, boy. This is a metallic blue right here. It's a mutant. So these guys will actually change color with age. They get a little bit of translucent. So all those purple marks to them are pretty much translucent. And they could get more translucent spots. Is that how you say it? They could get more translucent spots to them. There you go. With age. Or they could tone it down. So it's really cool to see them change back and forth. Let me hit you guys with a budget frog. And if you're on a budget, these are pretty cheap right here. But these 2 eyes are going to be popping out of the head the rest of their life. They're going to be saggy, which is cool. This is kind of like an alien mixed with a frog right here. If you ever want to see something that actually might exist on Mars, here it is. Because if one day Elon comes back and says, hey, I actually found an animal on Mars, there's no way it doesn't look like this budget frog right here. 100%. Hey, shout out Latoya. I know that you grabbed hang on, let me remember. You grabbed a Bearded Dragon mystery box last week. Boom. Is that correct, Drew? I think it is. Latoyce Jackson.
Yeah.
Mystery box last week. I'd put money that I'm correct about that. Okay. Let's move over to some monitors since we had our fun with some centipedes trying to eat our feet off. Okay. Here is the biggest crave right now with monitors. And I'll tell you why. Because a lot of people can't keep big monitors. Whether you're in an apartment, a condo, a smaller home, you don't have the space, you're hiding it in your college dorm, and you don't want anybody to find out, or you're afraid it's going to get too big for your bathtub. Guys, we've seen it all. We've seen all sorts of people keep all sorts of size animals in all sorts of spaces. So I know people are keeping monitors healthy and happy, but in small spaces. And a lot of times, maybe not a lot of times, but I've seen people consistently say like, man, I just let them loose. They go to the bathroom, twice a week or once a day in the bathtub, drains out, we rinse it, and they just roam the house. But this is the biggest crave right now in the monitor world. And let me tell you why. Because the Sumbawa water monitor is going to gain color with age. All this yellow that's going down their back, sides, and face is only going to increase with age. So what happens is you kind of end up with this animal that is, I guess you could relate to, I heard a pop. Did that? Oh, no, that's my sailfin dragon. Yeah, don't worry about that. I'm going to put my blue tongue sink back down. So what happens is you end up with this guy that is very much like a quince monitor because he's so yellow, except it doesn't get nearly as big as your typical Asian water monitor. This locality is going to stay so much smaller than your normal Asian water. So if your max is 5 feet with the tail, and the tail is, you can see, longer than its body, right, by at least 25%. So if you have an animal where, let's say, 60% to 70% of its overall length is its tail, now you really only have an animal that from head to hind legs is about 20 to 24 inches. You know, give or take some. Probably 24 to 30 maybe. But these guys, because they stay smaller, so many more people can keep them as pets and not have to worry about their 7-8 foot monitor that's going to be a dinosaur walking around. And some people want that, and that's great. But if you don't want something that is that big, that still is going to be voracious, eat a crazy amount of food, ground turkey, ground chicken hearts, rodents, always frozen thawed would be the best option instead of live. Unless you're looking for a complete bloodbath, in which case I guess chickens would be a great option. You could do a live chicken war between that and your some bottled water monitor. But these guys are a really good option if you want to get into monitors, but you don't want to get anything too crazy. Some bottled water monitor, one of the most attractive that you can get, and it's definitely going to help you out with the size if you don't want something that is going to get ginormous. All right, let me shift some animals around right now. Let's get into some geckos. This is another one that I can show you guys a baby as opposed to some big ones. So this is a Chihuahua right here, and I usually don't have big Chihuahuas, but this is a big female that we raised up. She doesn't have a male paired for her yet. So if she's still here by the time I get a male, she will definitely be paired up. But if not, she's available to you guys. Usually she's got a ton of red on her. Today's the first day that I saw all this green to her, which is kind of crazy. Looking like a mossy leaf-tailed gecko. Isn't that insane? But Chihuahua geckos, again, this is a full-size female. If it was a male, you would see them male lump-to-dumps on the back. They got that smile face to them. Let's see if she'll make any noise for us. Hi, little lady. Crazy cool eyes, of course. They'll change color. They get some wrinkles to them. Padded feet. Real soft velvet-like skin to them. Now that's an adult, and let me show you guys our baby right here. So full adult size, definitely hands-on. And here's a fired down baby that has a little bit of red to it, a little bit of ghost white. It's not a collar, but it will get some red to it with age. They really don't start coloring up till a little later, kind of like your Leachianus geckos. But here's your baby. Here's your adult. You can get them nice and small and raise them up and get them used to being pet touched, hands-on, eating from your hands, eating some live food if you want to, off tongs, or just licking gecko diet out. This is a gecko that can be as easy as you want it to be. If you don't want any live food, you can just do the gecko diet. But if you want to offer them a bit more protein, maybe get them growing faster, you can definitely do that. Chihuahua geckos, good option. Not everybody has them, which is kind of cool. I like stuff that not everybody is gonna, you know, when you go to a reptile show and you got 1,000 people that have the same thing, everyone has, I mean, it's a cool gecko. Everyone has Leachianus geckos. So you start getting into what locale do you have? Are you breeding? Are you pairing? Do you have bonded pairs? And that can further the discussion. But if you want something a little more specific that a smaller percentage of people have, your Chihuahua gecko is definitely in that line. Now, oh man, my neon snow completely wrecked its cage. Dude, what did you do? What did you do? This is a neon snow that we produced. The parents are incredible, and it just is starting to get some pink coloration to it. It's kind of white right now since we moved it over to our white deli container. Look, just completely wrecked it. Way to go, buddy. I haven't looped it yet to see if it's a male or female, but this male or female is probably about 3 months old now. You can see the size difference between the two that I have here. This guy right here is probably maybe 2-3 weeks old, and this one right here is about maybe 2 months old. So this one's going to get a lot of nice color to it because it has really good genes. That adult snowflake that we have paired with the neon snow, if you guys follow us, you've probably seen some videos of it. Those are two really, really good animals, always producing good babies. We just got more eggs from them the other day. But this is a good one right here. And we also produce these in-house as well. You guys that know about them, the Velarde, this is a chameleon gecko. This is one of Maria's favorite geckos. Maria, if you're in the chat, shout out. She has some of these. Hopefully she's producing them. But it's cool because the tail is going to be longer than the body. Prehensile tail, very, very thick. And what I love about these guys is they don't actually like to hide a lot in caves. They will hide in plain sight behind a branch. And see how it's hunching its back up right there to kind of pyramid? They do that and they hide behind a branch, and you'll be looking through the cage wondering where it is. It'll be right there in plain sight. That's what I love about these guys, is that they are just going to hide in plain sight. They don't like the caves that much. They're going to hide just behind a branch and stretch their body out, kind of like a mossy leaf-tailed gecko. But real nice animal. You can see it's pretty big for a baby. That's probably about 2 months old right now. So I would say probably another month or two, you're going to hit that juvie stage. And if you want to try and breed something, this is pretty much already started for you right there. Drew, Michael's asking how big it get. How big it get? How big it get, bro? And how much is it? We have these on sale right now at $199. They're usually $249, but because we know you're frozen up there, we're heating it up a little bit with the Stay Warm 10 is our code for everything else. But these guys are $50 off right now. And this is a well-started baby. It's not freshly hatched, although there wouldn't be anything wrong with that. But it's a well-started baby, probably about 2 months old right now. And they only get about 5 inches. So maybe 6 inches. So it's a small gecko, but really, really cool. One of my favorites. We got a few pairs of them that are doing good. And they're bonded. I don't separate them. They live together. We got them living that monogamous life as they're paired together. Okay, let's run through some bearded dragons. Since all of our beardeds today are $39.99. That's like 50% off a lot of them because we threw some Dunners in here. We threw some Inferno crosses in here. We threw a lot of different ones in here that we didn't have in stock, so we put them in stock just for this live. You got it, Michael. And one of the things that you can do if you're checking out with that chameleon gecko is you can get this exact one. The same one that I just showed you. I don't know how many are in stock, Drew. I think we have 2 of them in stock. But you can take the same one that I just saw here.
Left.
One chameleon gecko left? I only got 1 left, and it's on sale right now. $199. You can grab the exact one that I saw right here, which is awesome. So, okay. Let's run through some beardeds real quick. If you guys want to capitalize on our bearded dragon sale at $39.99. Boy, I'm going to go quick, but that's a Hypo Inferno right there. Red dripping down the back with some hints of that hypo right there that's going to turn yellow as it's older. Here's another Hypo Inferno. That guy has the red stretching down to the belly spikes on the sides right there. And he's got the hints of the white like slashes going through the back right there. Here's another Inferno Dunner. This guy has kind of the spots to him on the right and left. Probably has genetic stripe in him as well, but you can see that line going down the tail, which gives them that Dunner look along with the spots on the right and left. So you get Inferno, Dunner, probably Gen Stripe, 3 gene bearded dragon right there. That's only $39.99. That's a citrus Dunner right here. This guy has much more of a busy pattern. All those spots is the Dunner gene, and what that does is it takes out the bands and puts in all those polka dots or dot work, you could say. Man, when I was in art class, dude, dot work was the worst. Raise your hand if dot work was the absolute worst when you were in art class and you had to paint a picture of a stupid basket of fruit, a banana that needed shading on it, light coming in from the right side, dot, 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 dot. 45 minutes of straight dots. Yeah, that's why no one liked art class. Anyway, everyone loves Dunners, unlike art class. That's a citrus Dunner right there, guys. Let's hit you with an Inferno. This is actually an Inferno Gen Stripe. You can see the genetic stripe going down, Inferno on the head, the middle stripe on the back, the side belly spikes on the right and the left, even through the tail. This guy's going to be fire as he gets older. That's an Inferno. But when you order an Inferno from us, or even if you're doing like a hypo, a lot of times you're going to get different genes mixed in there. So you might be paying for 1 or 2 genes, and you might get, 3 or 4 genes. These are Inferno Dunners right here. This guy has kind of that strawberry color to him right there. And he kind of has the specks on the right and left as well. 2 nice animals right there. Again, $39.99. Christy says she loves all her art classes. I bet you loved them because you didn't have to do the dots. No one liked the dots. That's an Inferno right there. All that red is going to increase with age, and it's going to be extremely fire. See how this has a bold stripe on the right side and the left side? Both of those are going to get red, and then if you see the red that's coming through the belly right here on the right and left, it's going to have a great contrast between red here and then no red in this section and then another 2 red stripes in the middle. So that's a perfect example of an animal that's going to have great contrast with age. Although I will say this, one of my tattoo artists, Chase, does a ton of dot work. And for some reason, his brain loves that stuff. He could just sit there and just dot work for hours and hours and hours. I know it breaks his back, but I mean, he chose the dot work, so he must love it, right? All right, guys, let's get into some pieds. I think I have 2 pied ball pythons left. We have some low whites, we have some high whites. Everybody likes something different, but these guys are on sale right now for $199. Pied will always be a heavy desired snake. Everyone loves pied ball pythons. I think there's 2 left. They're on sale, $50 off. Christy says, yes, she did do the dot work. I want to know, Christy, did you continue any dot work throughout your life, or did you just leave it at that and have PTSD for dot work the rest of your life? This right here, this is a Lemon Blast Lace, 2 genes already, Orange Dream, Het Pied. The sibling of this animal right here was a Scaleless Pied Lace, which was an incredible animal. It was the best snake, in our opinion, that we produced in the 2025 season, and this is a sibling to it. You can see it has the scaleless head. Let me see that. Yeah, it's got the scaleless head. I don't even have it marked here either. That's like a bonus gene. Lace, Lemon Blast, Orange Dream, Het Pied. That's a killer snake right there if you're trying to pick something up to make a combination. Yeah, dog work is too time consuming. You can't do that the rest of your life. Okay, let's get drippy with the chondro python. This is a Jayapura green tree python. If you've never kept anything arboreal, it's completely different than keeping something terrestrial. When you're setting up a tank that has its own ecosystem, live plants, or even a rainforest look-alike with artificial plants, to me, that is the most entertaining and the most rewarding setups you can do. I love looking at a tank that either has running water going down it, a misting system, maybe a fogger running through it, or even an auto mister that is just giving it that full rainforest effect that has an arboreal snake in it. Or if you're doing arboreal lizards, maybe some Madagascar stuff. But setting up arboreals, to me, again, one of the most entertaining things that you can do to have an awesome setup as a display. I know a good amount of people when we are in the retail store that would turn, instead of putting a TV in their, what do you call that thing that entertainment system? Is that even a thing still? You know, we just load our TV on the wall. Yeah. So they would take their entertainment system, instead of putting the TV in there, they're doing, you know, a crazy arboreal setup, or maybe a saltwater tank. But I think that's the way to go. My wife and I, we don't have a TV in the bedroom. We're strictly no TV in the bedroom people. We don't like the idea of it or the thought of it. Joshua, yeah, I do have some rainbow boas that I'm going to show you guys in just a second. But if you had an entertainment system, or your wife lets you, or your husband lets you put an arboreal tank in the room, this is what you would want to throw in there. A drippy looking chondro python that just has tons of blues all over it, that looks great in the setup, that you can throw some blue light on at night and watch this guy just start to roam and come alive. To me, that is like ideal situation for trying to do arboreal stuff in your room. Joshua, let me show you a couple that I brought in here. Let me see. Oh man, no, I didn't. It's true, I wrote them on the list, but I don't think I grabbed them.
The Colombians?
Yeah, I have one paradigm left, and you can grab me a leucistic as well.
Hey, can somebody bring over a leucistic and a paradigm Colombian rainbow boa, please?
Josh, you need a cool male with some genetics. Are you talking about rainbow boas? Is that what you're talking about? Like you want morphs? Because we have morphs. I got to pop the bottle real quick for some kombucha. Bro, what do you mean you'll be right back? What do you, IBRB, Brazilian rainbow boa, right? You need a male with good genetics. I got you. We produce these here in-house. We did a great job of cooling our Brazilians and our Colombians this season. In fact, they're actually still cooling right now. So we probably will cool them till the end of January. Maybe, I mean, we only got a few more days left in January. We might even extend them. I got to look at my schedule, but we might extend them till February because it's so cold here. And then when they come out of that, boom, we're going to kick them into gear. We gave them ultrasound before we cooled them. We'll check them again. They're kind of due this month. So we'll ultrasound them again. And then, man, we're going to get some lockups. We got a clutch last year. It takes a few years you know, if you're bringing any Brazilians from the wild to acclimate them and put them into your breeding collection, your breeding program. And we've done that successfully. So this should be a really, really good year for our rainbow boas. But I'll show you some Colombians real quick. If you are interested, I have one left of the whole season, one baby paradigm left, and I have just a few leucistic. So I know you're asking for Brazilians, but man, Colombians, dude, when you look at these things, they are killer. They're killer. We love them, and they gave us a lot of good babies this year. So I hope you like them. I'll let you check them out shortly. I need the Brazilians, please. Man. Oh, you know what I have? Dude, Josh, I have one Brazilian rainbow boa that I thought I put it on the list. I don't know if it's a male or female, but it came in and it had a tail scar, healed tail scar to it. And we were just going to show it on the live as a pet. I mean, not that you couldn't breed it, I guess, but we were going to discount it and show it on live. It has amazing color to it, but it just has this healed tail scar that we wanted to make sure people saw it before we sold it. So I can't ship it out to anybody in that condition. Oh, thank you, sir. Can you also do me a favor and hook the Brazilian rainbow boa that's over there? It's an adult. And bring it over here on the hook, and I'll show it to Josh. All right, Josh, are you ready to see... Where's my lid? Are you ready to see some Colombians? Because you might want to add these to your collection as well, man. Brazilians are sick, don't get me wrong, but the price difference between a leucistic Colombian and a leucistic Brazilian, obviously, night and day. Look at that animal right there. Leucistic snakes are always going to be hot. Everyone loves leucistic, from leucistic Texas rat snakes, leucistic rainbow boas, Brazilians and Colombians, blue-eyed lucies and ball pythons, black-eyed lucies. A white snake will never, ever not be attractive. This is going to be attractive forever. It doesn't matter how many white snakes we're looking at or how popular they are. It will always be a beautiful snake. Especially for people that haven't seen or handled or are familiar with snakes. They see something like that, and it's mind-blowing to them. It truly is. This, however, is the last remaining paradigm. See? Paradigm Colombian rainbow boa. Paradigm is a mix between a T negative albino and a T positive albino, which gives it kind of this hypo look to it. Really, really pretty. Very much an orange hypo-ish tone. And then as they get older, they kind of all look different. We have some adults. Oh yeah, here's that Brazilian. We have some adults that get almost a purple head to them, with a very much a purple hue, which is really, really cool. It makes them different. Okay, thank you, Mr. Ramiro. Yep. Here's our Brazilian. I will gender this one, but let me show you. Hang on, let me get this. I'll stay right here. See that mouth paper towel grab? There we go. Oh, okay. Yeah. Just wiping some mulch off of it. Down here too. Ah! Okay. Let me see if I can get this guy's side to show up. See how it's got all this gray in here? When it extends its body, you'll really be able to tell. There, you can see it kind of too. It's got this gradient between the top and the sides. This is hard to tell because its scales are so spread out. But we bring in a lot of Brazilian rainbow boas, so I can confidently say when I see one that is different, when I see one that definitely has something odd to it, or it might look like it's going to throw some crazy babies. I'm pretty good about judging that. These all in here, which a lot of people call the half moons, see how they're all black? That's a nice feature as well. These are real dark here, and you can see they're dark on this side as well. Let me stretch this tail out though, so that you can see what's going on with it, which is why we didn't want to post it. We wanted somebody.
Austin, is that sexed? Yeah.
I'm going to look at it right now.
Okay.
Yeah. But a really attractive animal. And then this is the tail right here. You can see it got into some sort of battle. Maybe it fought a tiger. Different continent, right? Yeah, I know, buddy. I know. It ate yesterday. But you can see it's got that healed scar right there. That's just got some scar tissue going on there. Let me see if it... the tail looks more male, but let me gender it for you. Now you can see... I'll pin it down on the floor over here. Now you can see the gradient that's on the side there. See that gray with those black spots? Yeah, that looks nice right there. All right, let's see what gender it is to see if Mr. Joshua can get any action. He says, oh, I wish it was a BRB. This is a BRB, my man. This is a Brazilian rainbow boa. Clearly. Okay. I'm going to let him stretch out on the table here. I'll go for the gender. We'll watch him lunge at me. And don't knock down all my delis. Yeah, I think this is a boy. Let's check here. All right, let's let him crawl for a little bit. Let's put this guy down. There you go, buddy.
And you guys, don't forget to join us if you're not on ugrlive.com and use that code STAYWARM10 to get 10% off while we're live today. Okay.
Stay warm 10. That's right. There's your Brazilian rainbow boa. This is the male. If you like how attractive it is, or it has, yeah, they don't have paradigm in Brazilians because I don't think anyone has produced a Brazilian rainbow boa that is T negative and T positive. So you just have your albinos. I think you have a T. Yeah, they might have a T positive Brazilian.
What's the price on that?
What do we have our normal Brazilian market? $250. So we put this one on discount, probably $175. Let somebody get $75 off of it because it has the aesthetic healed scar to it. You know, we try and work with everybody, but it's a nice animal. This is a male for sure. This scar 100% will not affect any breeding that's going on. Boy's well endowed and is probably excited to see a female this season. So very attractive animal that you can get at a little cheaper just because aesthetically it has that scar on it. But other than that, man, eats great, ate yesterday, and it's going to get a good home. Someone's going to love it for sure because he's so attractive. Let's go macro one more time before we send him off. But Josh, if you want to pick this up, let me know. It's a good one for the collection. If you want that paradigm that I showed you before, it's the last one I have. I can definitely gender it. But this is a male, so if you want to hook him up to your female, you'll be good to go. I was thinking that he needed a female, but he's saying he got a female. This is exactly what you need right here, man. Joshua, what state are you in? Because odds are, if you cooled your female for this season, I don't know if she's big enough yet, but if you cooled her for this season, man, when you get this male, you can wait one more month and then go ahead and pair him up. And if you didn't cool your female, it's not too late, man. We still got another 2 months of winter, depending on where you are. Okay. Drew, maybe you can call Ramiro and on the radio, and I'll just. Oh, you want to carry it?
To me, huh?
There you go. Awesome.
Rami, can you come get this?
Okay. Let's see what else we got. Joshua, talk to me. That way I know if we're posting that or if you're taking it.
I did. I put a link to it in the chat.
Sweet. Sweet. Okay. We showed our blue tongues. We showed some inverts. We showed our some bawas. We showed some frogs. Oh, man. We had some escape centipedes. Dude, look at this guy, Macro. Look at him shedding right now. Someone hopped in this chat that said they're expecting their scaleless on Friday. And here's his scaleless.
I think that was the toys.
Which is rarely, I guess not rarely, but scaleless don't always give you a full shed. So this thing already has a full shed going on, which means it has the perfect humidity. It's a healthy animal, and he's moving his scales back and forth to get that shed off. Isn't that cool? Come on, Macro. You can do it. Oh, don't go nowhere. Yeah, watching animals do stuff is just, man, it's mind-blowing. How do these snakes even know to shed? You know what's crazy is this week we had some baby goats born. We had 2 baby goats. And from birth, these baby goats, they know to go to their mom, right? Drink off the nipples. And if no milk is coming out, they take their head and they slam it against, is it udders in a goat?
Yeah. So, yeah.
I should know that because I have them. But I don't know. We had some cows too. I know those are udders. But they slam their head against her udder belly, whatever. Because they know if they do that, more milk is going to come out and it's going to loosen it up. And it does. Because the mom can't loosen it up, but the baby can hit that sac and loosen everything up in there to let the milk start flowing. It's like the instinct that God gave these animals is just insanity. I'm going to see if we can shed this thing real quick. I'm too impatient. I just want to see its skin. Look at it. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Here we go. Let's see if we can get it off in one piece. Woo! Oh, yeah. It's going to come off in one piece.
Whoa.
It's getting so tight, it's rolling. Oh, there it is. What type of scaleless did Latois get?
I'm not sure.
Oh, there it is. The last of it, all the way down the tail. Choop! Full shed right there.
Oh my goodness.
Fresh skin. No scales. Smooth as butter. Like a baby's bottom. What movie is that from? Smoother than a baby's bottom. Come on, man. Little rascals? Little rascals.
Oh my gosh.
Little rascals. Smoother than a baby's bottom. I think the villain in the movie said that. I can't remember who it was. It reminds me of Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Also, why would you name your kid Macaulay? Like some people have 2 first names, you know, like John Peter, like Peter Phillip. Like you have 2 last names, Macaulay. That should be a last name, Macaulay Culkin. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Did Joshua come back? No, Joshua didn't come back. Okay, well, either way, we got that up. Let's check over here, see what else we want to hit. Oh, all right. I'm going to show just a few more snakes, and then we're probably going to be out. Let's do this here. Dang, Joshua, what happened, bro? I brought that male PRP over for you. Says right there in the comment, I'd buy it now. Here it is, man. Okay. This is a snake I don't think anyone in the country has. This has taken, out of all the shipments we received over the past 25 years, we've never gotten one of these, which is crazy to think about. How is that possible? You can get shipments from a country for 25 years and never get this species of snake. It's crazy. It's come from Indonesia, and this is called a golden, stay calm, bro, stay calm. Macro time. This is called a golden keelback. Tell me that thing is not insane. Someone needs to have a necklace that looks like this. That would be icy. Look at this guy. Shiny, gold, and you guys know that keelback snakes, when they puff their body up, they get a different color in between their scales, which is awesome. So he's going to get a bunch of different colors. Uh-oh, my macro is shutting down.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me talk to it.
Talk to it. Can I go main?
Yeah.
Okay. Woo! Okay, and look, this guy was sitting in this small 6-inch container, and it's at over 4 feet for sure. Golden bronzeback. I believe it's the only one in the country. And when it puffed its body up, it's going to get these silver, icy, metallic looking segments in between its scales. It's got a beautiful silverish gold belly to it, especially on the sides. Here, I'm gonna turn this light over this way. Boom, look at that. I still kind of get some shadows to it. Let's see if macro's working again. No, it's not. No, that's cool. But this is at least a 4-foot snake, maybe 4.5 feet. And it's incredible. This is the only one, I believe, in the country. It's the only one we've ever received. In fact, Dan, the snake man, who's been doing this for 60 years, he had no clue what this was when we got it in. That man can identify almost any snake I get in from any country. And he could not ID this thing. We had to look it up. We had to check where it was captured, check the origin, locality, all that stuff, and really figure out what this was. After you do a few of those things, it narrows it down. But really, really nice snake. And someone's definitely going to pick this up. That it's probably going to be somebody that has been looking for this snake for 30 years and has never had the opportunity to buy one because they've never come in the country. And that's just how it goes. Sometimes you get stuff that's so rare, no one even knows what it is. It's like that commercial that that car commercial, someone posts that lime green hatchback online, and then it pans over to a guy trying to buy it, and everything in his room is green. And he's like, whoa, that's my dream car. You know what I'm talking about, Drew?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, this snake is so long. Get your tail in there. Okay. All right, let me go through a couple more snakes, guys, before we wrap it up. Joshua, let us know if you want that male Brazilian, the #1 stunner. Okay, macro time, guys. Non-macro time. I'll tell you what time it is. Tricolor hognose. It is season once again. for the tricolor hognose snakes that come from South America. This is one of your smaller hognose species, unlike the Madagascar ones that are going to get like your blondes, 4 feet, giants, 5, 6 feet. It's a small snake, very attractive. Really, really good pickup. Again, to me, when I look at snakes and when I'm gauging, like, okay, is that cool or not cool? To me, if you can take a snake and show it to someone that's not into snakes and their mind is blown with, and they really want to get hands-on with it and they're intrigued by that, to me, that's a cool snake because it's grabbing the attention of people that don't know anything about snakes and say, man, that's cool. I want to know more about it. As opposed to a snake that, you know, like a water snake, a garter snake, like to me, there's no aesthetic attractiveness to that unless you're talking about, you know, some high reds, some organs, or electric blues. But when you take a snake that's so attractive that people that don't like snakes are intrigued by it, to me, it breaks the barrier of the cool factor and crosses that line. And I think that tricolors definitely do that. I think the leucistics do that. Scaleless do that. Something like a moon glow right here. Let's go macro. We had these born. We got a few left, but that's your moon glow right there. To me, someone's going to see this snake and say, wow, it's a boa constrictor. Everybody asks, oh, is it a boa constrictor? Yeah, it's a boa constrictor. But that animal with the purple inside of the saddles all the way down and the tail, man, that's a ripper right there. That thing is awesome. All right, guys, we're Underground Reptiles. If you got questions, let us know. Our people upstairs are on the phones, ready to talk to you. We got Cammie, we have Alicia, we have Josiah in the office today. If you're customers that have ordered in the past 30 days, expect some phone calls from them. We're reaching out just to make sure everybody's all right with their animals in this cold weather. We're praying that you guys are all safe out there. And we are shipping here at Underground Reptiles to select conditions. When no one else is shipping, we are shipping. We want to make sure that we can get stuff to your door, whether it's dry goods, feeders, or live animals. So if you got questions, let us know. If you did order, we're reaching out to you. You can use the code STAYWARM10 to get 10% off. You can shop these sales for the rest of the day. And hit us up if you need anything. We are Underground Reptiles, and you can check out ugrlive.com. We hope you enjoyed the app today that Drew built in his sleep, that he's constantly working on. We want to give you guys a good shopping experience. So it's Wednesday. We're going to be out from the studio. We might hit this again tomorrow, but enjoy the rest of your hump day. God bless you guys, and anything you need, let us know. Here at Underground Reptiles, we're out.